Wanted to continue my series of holster reviews today with another holster from Bravo Concealment. Now, as everyone knows, I've recently fallen in love with outside waistband Kydex holsters. I had never thought I would like them. I tried them for the first time ever thanks to Bravo Concealment, and just found out, wow, I've really been carrying the wrong way. At least the wrong way for me for a long time, and I'm really enjoying the way I carry now more. But I wanted to do a holster review of a different type of Kydex holster, because every time I do a Kydex holster review for the outside waistband type, I get the same thing. Well, what about carrying it inside waistband? Do you ever carry Kydex inside waistband? Is Kydex good for inside waistband? Well, since I've never carried Kydex inside waistband, I had to try for myself to find out. Now first, let me tell you what I'm carrying. I'm carrying a Bravo Concealment DOS holster. And DOS stands for Drop Out of Sight. And as far as that is concerned, that title is right on, because this thing really does just drop right out of sight. I mean, you do not see it hardly at all. It does not print hardly at all. Now, I'm not someone that worries that much about printing. I carry outside waistband in Kydex all the time. As long as it's covered, I'm happy. But this gun, I've got it right here on my hip, and it really does disappear. So as far as the title goes, Drop Out of Sight is, really appropriate for this holster. As far as comfort goes, it's not as comfortable as outside waistband Kydex, but it is pretty much as comfortable as most ways I've carried inside waistband. It's not the most comfortable way I've ever carried inside, but it does have some advantages. And I'll talk to you about those advantages it has now over maybe some more comfortable leather holsters. First off, let me show you the holster actually inside my waistband. Like I said, conceals very well, holds in very tight to the body, but I wanted to talk about the advantages this holster has over some leather holsters that would go inside your waistband. One of which is getting a purchase on the gun. The gun is real easy to grab. You're not like trying to fight to get behind it. You're not wrestling with any leather on the side. You don't need a thumb cut out for it. It's just real easy to get a hold of. But even more than that, real easy to draw from. I mean, real easy to draw from, but even more so, easy to reholster. That's one of the big advantages over leather holsters right there. It does not collapse. That's something I never really considered before, but really does make a big difference when you have to put your gun back. If you're taking your gun out, putting it in your glove box, etc. during the day. Now this holster you could just take off completely, but most of us are too lazy to do that. At least I am. So it does have some advantages over leather holsters inside waistband. And the one thing you'd think it would give up would be comfort, but it really doesn't give up that much comfort, and I'll show you why here. Right, here's an actual little bit better look at the holster itself, and I'll tell you here why I think it's way more comfortable than I ever expected. Like I said, I've had a lot of misconceptions about Kydex, and comfort was one of them, inside waistband especially. I thought, there's no way this could be comfortable. It's going to be really pokey, really scratchy. Now, I wouldn't carry it, like I say, without a shirt underneath, because I won't carry any holster that way. But when I actually found that when I was carrying this, it kind of just disappeared. I kind of just stopped noticing it after a while. Now, am I going to give up my outside waistband for it? No, because it's still an inside waistband holster, so it's still less comfortable than outside waistband. All inside waistband holsters are, in my opinion. You might completely disagree with me. So is it going to be the way I carry? No, but I do have to admit it disappeared, and here's why I think it disappears. Here's my gun. Here's my Smith & Wesson M&P 40. As you can see here, you can see how thick it is. Well, when you slide this on it, it doesn't really change the size of the gun at all. It's almost like you just stick clips on your gun. It is almost like you're just Mexican carrying this gun. So if you're appendix carrying, and let me for 1 second there, Mexican carry is not a racist term. It's actually a very culturally rich term for the Mexican vaqueros. That actually is a very great source of pride for them. So for those of you who are going to scream racist term, look it up, dip you in the bud right now. So like I say, it's almost like Mexican carrying this gun. This holster just adds nothing. Leather holsters add more. One thing I found with this, I sweated less, because leather holsters usually add a little more material. They cover a little more of your body, especially if they're trying to be more comfortable. I'm a person, if things touch me, I sweat. So I found with this holster, I didn't sweat nearly as much as I would do with the normal holster. And the day I carried this, it's 92 degrees outside. So it was a hot day. I really didn't sweat that much with this holster. It did not make me feel warmer. As you can see here, you can adjust these little clips and carry it a little lower if you want, but I wanted it a little higher. So this was like Mexican carrying, only a little bit higher than you normally would. And I like a gun a little bit higher. I like it to disappear a little bit more up higher on my body. So worked out really well. It was really more comfortable than I thought. Like I said, I'm not going to be giving up my outside waistband Kydex holster for it, because I just love the comfort of carrying outside waistband, and I'm not that worried about concealed. If I was more worried about concealed, yes, I would consider carrying one of these inside waistband, because really, when it came to comfort and it came to noticing it, I was really surprised. So in the end, I'll say, if you're someone that worries more about concealment and you're willing to sacrifice a little bit of comfort that outside waistband can bring you, this holster is great. I mean, it is comfortable enough inside waistband to wear it all day long. Once I got used to it, hardly noticed it at all. It's not as comfortable as outside waistband, like I said, but still very comfortable. Much more comfortable than I thought Kydex inside waistband would be. Now, I wouldn't want to wear it without an undershirt because I don't know how the plastic would feel against my body, but that's going to be a person-to-person thing. I can't even wear leather holsters against my body. So overall, great for concealment, reasonably comfortable, holds the gun in a really nice position, gives you a much greater access to the gun, a much easier draw than traditional leather inside waistband holsters. So in the end, I'm going to say if these are the things you're looking for, ease of draw, comfort, and great concealability. If concealability is your number one factor and then the other things are secondary, buy one of these because you'll be very happy with it.